Hare Krishna. Anybody else would like to announce their name? Okay. So, Hare Krishna. Murari Vallabh Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj.
Welcome to the call. Thank you so much for joining. And today we are so fortunate to have His Grace Murari Vallabh Prabhu from Houston, America. And Prabhuji will enlighten us on Srimad Bhagvatam 7.10.30 and onwards. So please take over the call, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tiravanachari. Yamuna Tiravanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tiravanachari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Radha, Nilamadhav Radha, Nilamadhav Radhe. Jayo Radha Madhava Radha, Madhava Radhe. Jayo Krishna Balaram, Jayo Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jayo Krishna Balaram, Jayo Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jai Om Nishnupad, Paramahamsa Parivrajachaka Stotra Satish Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrand ki jai, Namachara Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirahe Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. Welcome, Everyday Chanting. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 10, text number 30 onwards. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Maivam Vipo Suranam Te Pradeye Padma Sanbhava Vrata Kva Nisarganam Ahinam Ambratam Yata. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, the Supreme Personality of the Godhead replied to Brahma, Ma, do not even thus, Vibho, O great person. Asuranam, unto the demons, te, by you, pradeye, bestow benediction, Padmasambhava, O Lord Brahma, born from the lotus flower, Vara, benediction. Kura Nisargam, person who are nature very cruel and jealous. Ahinam, to snakes, Amritam, nectar of milk, Yata, just as. Translation and purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. The personality of God had replied, O dear Lord Brahma, O great Lord, born from the lotus flower, just as the dangerous to feed milk to a snake, so it is dangerous to give benediction to demons, who are by nature ferocious and jealous. I warn you not to give such benediction to any demon again. Text number 31, because there is no purport. Sri Narada Uvacha Iti Vuktva Bhagwan Rajas Tatas Chandara Dade Hari Adrishya Sarva Bhutanam Pujita Parameshtinam. Sri Narada Uvacha, Narada Muni said, Iti Uktva, saying this, Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of God again, Rajan, O King Yudhishthira, Tata, from that place, Cha also, Antaradate, disappeared, Hari, the Lord, Adrishya, without being visible, Sarva Bhutanam, by all kinds of living entity, Pujita, being worshipped, Paramestina, by Lord Brahma, translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Narada Muni continued, O King Yudhishthira, the Supreme Personality Godhead, who is not visible to an ordinary human being, spoke in this way, instructing Lord Brahma. Then, being worshipped by Brahma, the Lord disappeared from that place. Text number 32. Tata Sampuja Sirasa Vavande Paramestitam Bhavam Prajapatim Deva Praharado Bhagavat Kulam. Tata, thereafter, Sampuja, worshipping, Sirasa, by bowing head, Pavande, offered prayers, Parameshtinam, to Lord Brahma, Bhavam, to Lord Shiva, Prajapati, to the great demigods, entrusted with increasing population, Deva, for all demigods, Prahada, Prahlad Maharaj, Bhagavat Kala, influential parts of the Lord. Translation. Prahlad Maharaj then worshipped and offered praise to all demigods, such as Brahma, Shiva, and Prajapatis, who are all parts of the Lord. Text number 33. Tata Kavi Dibi Sardam Munibi Kamalakshanam Daitanam Danavam Cha Parihadam Akharotpatim. Tata, thereafter, Kavi Adibi, with Sukracharya and others, Sardam, and with Munibi, great saintly person, Kamala Asana, Lord Brahma, Daityanam, of all the demons, then Danavan, of all giants, Cha, and Prahadam, Prahlad Maharaj, Akraut, created Patim, the master of king. Thereafter, along with Sukracharya and other great saints, Lord Brahma, whose seat is on the lotus flower, made Prahlad the king of all demons and giants in the universe. Purport is Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. By the grace of Lord Nrsimhadev, Prahlad Maharaj became a greater king than his father, Hiranyakashipu. Prahlad inauguration was performed by Lord Brahma in the presence of other saintly person and demigods. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuru Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Nama Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uttapada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sayitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Namamo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayite Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaurati Se Nama Ye Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpataru Bhiksha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. The narration continues by Narad Dev to Yudhishthir, Prahlad, the best among exalted devotees. Here Narsinghdev himself is telling, advising and warning Brahma not to give benediction to such asuras. They will become very powerful and it's dangerous as milk is given to a snake. When milk is given to snake, it is becoming more poisonous and more aggressive. So Lord is instructing and one way warning him, please don't give any benediction again and again. But we see that again and again in every kalpa, Prahlad Maharaj is there or somebody is there, Brahma, Shiva gives so much benediction and they become powerful and Lord has to come himself to deliver them or annihilate them. So here the benediction is a part, is a reciprocation of the demigods like Brahma, Shiva. So it has to be reciprocated. But externally, Lord is warning him, don't give. Internally, he might be thinking, yeah, I can have some more pastime like Prahlad and other Hiranyakashipus. And some people who are very proud also, we can tackle them because it is power of the Lord. So in our life also we see warning comes. How it warning comes? The personally, for some people, Lord himself wants. Sometimes scripture tells us what is the, why we are deviating from our original Krishna. And Vaishnavas also sometimes come as, you are not doing properly, and spiritual master, many times he may be chastising her. All these things done for the benefit of the praja in Brahma's case and our case for individual benefiction. So in our life also, the warning comes as signaling aging factor, loss of memory and loss of hair, and tiredness, irritability, loss of concentration, and fully depending on Krishna. Then only all this mercy, grace we can overcome all this, and we are prepared for the final examination. People, all the scriptures says, whatever our preparation is, reading, listening, everything, but final day when the death comes to our body, there we have to remember Krishna. Then only we can pass. That's why wise man learns from his mistakes. Otherwise, man never learned. So we have to have a meaningful life in the better than a mean life. these asuras always have got a mean life. They are so selfish, they don't see how many people suffer, whether their own son suffers or not. So we have to see what is our real goal in the life, how we become strong without envious, without harassing others, without lauding our other, without enjoyment propensity, and without independent of Vishnu. These asuras always want to become independent of Vishnu. They don't never depend on, and they want to kill Vishnu. It is not possible for them to kill Vishnu, but they are always trying. That's why our spiritual master acharyas, Krishna, and Krishna also never focused on fear-driven class. Srila Prabhupada never given any class which is fear-driven, but he cautions us, don't too much enjoyment, too much sense gratification in this world will not help you to go back to Godhead. That's a warning he might give, but he never made us fear, but drives away fear. Most of his classes, Acharya's classes, almost drives away all the fears because we are making ourselves dependent on Krishna. So whenever there is a churning of Katha, Krishna Katha, that's a milk ocean churning we have seen. When milk ocean churning is the milk has to be there. When we churn Katha, Katha has to be there, especially Krishna Katha or Ram Katha. So when we hear from our ear, hearing information, we get information. And head what is comprehension. Then heart is transformation. With Krishna, one flourishes, and without Krishna, one perishes. We should know that without Krishna, nothing can get. So whenever we come to temple has got, tranquility, education, E for M for motivation, and P for peace formula, L for loving propensity, E for enlightenment, enjoyment of prasad, everything. So serene nature, when we come to temple, that's a tranquility. We are equally balanced. We are not off the balance. Then there is a education. Whichever class, whichever Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, when we see, we are educated, our knowledge grows. Today, quotes also is that the Lord cuts all our ignorance and by his sharp knowledge. That knowledge, when it comes, our ignorance will go, our anartha will go, because we know there is artha also. When we say anartha, there is artha. Without offering our prayers to the divine couple, all other things are, most of them are anarthas only. So there is a motivation third. How we motivated? Motivated by Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, spiritual master, granthas, and so many dhams, so many facility for worshipping Lord and their Vaishnavas. That is the motivation. And that is the peace formula also. If we want a real peace, Ridham, so Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, the formula is very simple. Take the Krishna conscious very seriously, chant very nicely, associate with the like-minded devotees, and take instruction from the spiritual master and follow it as a life and soul of it. And L stands for loving propensity. Krishna loves irrespective of our nonsense. Each one he loves, animals, plants, everything. So that loving propensity comes from spiritual master, acharyas, and Lord. So we should follow that loving propensity. And there is definitely enlightenment. We elevate ourselves and we enjoy the prasad, Krishna prasad, in the presence of, when we honor in the presence of other Vaishnavas, talking about the greatness of the Lord, how he's merciful. All this thing will come from temple. When Jiva and Jagat, material things, to be connected with Jagannath or Jagadish, then only our real purpose of the life is fulfilled. Otherwise, there is hollowness in our life. When we connect ourselves That's why they say that purpose of Krishna Katha to analyze, appreciate and apply and worship hero Krishna, not villain like Hiranyakashipu or Kamsa or Ravana. They are part of it, but we are not worshipping them. We are not bothered about them because we know Krishna has got such a potency, he can do anything within fraction of second. So we should know that we cannot accommodate elephant in our washing machine. That means this vast knowledge of Krishna, to understand him, it is not possible for us with the small brain of ours. But we are completely dependent on our spiritual master and acharyas and Krishna. Then we can get partly the knowledge which we can practically use it and get rid of anartha. So sometimes lies that matter. We should not lie, that's true, but in the history, if you see, lies also matter. Why? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling all his associates, don't call me Supreme Personality of the Godhead. It's a lie. But he indirectly telling he is the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. So people worship him, they knowing him. And Krishna telling mother is not eaten the dirt. That's also lie. But it is one way. Whenever Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says lie, it is truth also, because he is promising the earth to bring down his killing demons, everything, because she is overweight because of this sick demons. That's why he wants to reduce. And Yudhishthira announcing Ashwatthama that Ashwatthama Hatha is through Drona, his father. These are the things we should understand only for the sake of benefit of all. Krishna makes someone to lie, but it is not a lie. Indirectly, it is truth only. So human senses and censor and become factors attracts sense objects. So we should know that these sense objects are dangerous. So many times, why I'm telling lies? Because sometimes we go to parties because of the social obligation. We can lie there. We can tell that today we are fasting or today I'm sick. So that lie is not a lie, it is a truth, because we want to avoid cooked by not offered to Lord. That lie is allowed. So we should know that the senses always attract. Sarvopadi vinirmukta Rishikesha Rishikesha Shiva Yottam. So whenever our senses Sarvopadi vinirmukta tat patve nirmalam Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Uchate. So here it is said that one gives up materially designed position and works directly under the Supreme Personality Godhead, one's spiritual life is revived because we are Jiveri Swarupoye Krishnari Nityadas. Here Narada is telling to Yudhishthira, the Supreme Personality of the Godhead is not visible now. He is gone out of our sight. Before that, Brahma and other people are worshipped him. Now the second part is where Prahlad Maharaj is worshipping and offering prayers to the demigods, Brahma and Prajapatis, who are parts of the Lord only. Though the prayers is like also, it's disciplic association only. Initially, Brahma is our head. When he prays to the Lord, then Brahma is praised by Prahlad Maharaj. This is the one we should follow it. Where Kunti prayers, Bhishma prayers, so many prayers are there. So we should understand why they are praying behalf of all the people. And our own, we have to pray to the Lord that gives us Trinarapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Saishna. All these qualities we are begging from the Lord. Please give us this quality so that we can advance in our spiritual life, which is more important for us. Here, the third part is he is coronated. Now, once his father Hiranyakashipu is, killed by Narsinghdev and delivered by Narsinghdev, so there is a vacant. There is a vacant that is filled by Prahlad Maharaj. They made him, they coronated him, and with whom coronated? Even self Brahma came and coronated him. And when such highest, demigods is coronating, that is shows how they are merciful to Prahlad Maharaj, how we received this mercy from Narsinghdev plus these demigods, and his spiritual master also was there, Sukracharya. So these are the things, how they are so much, because he's totally dependent on Krishna. That's the reason Krishna arranges such a varieties of people, rishis, Brahma, all of the demigods come personally to coronate. How strong he has to be. So he became king of the demons and giants in the universe, because he was ruling most of the, but he is not interested most of the things, because it is given to him, is practicing, is putting all his energy, all his knowledge to bring up the prajas of his that universe where he was ruling. So it shows when power is given to us, empowered by spiritual master, we have to use it, at most, whatever necessary. We should not be miser, not utilizing. That is the reason Krishna many times doesn't reciprocate, because we are miserly using our strength, our money, our energy, our association, our, deity service, or calling Vaishnavas at home. All these things are become miser. I'm talking about myself. So when we are fulfilling the wishes of spiritual master, keeping aside our, priority to ourselves, then Krishna will be pleased. Here, Prahlad Maharaj is so much pleased by Lord Narsinghdev. He comes to the rescue of Narsinghdev. Of course, Prahlad Maharaj was not, once only, put it in the snake or thrown from the hill or put it in the fire. So many things. Want to kill him. Many times he tried. But every time Hiranyakashipu failed. That was his biggest headache, because he was thinking all the time, I am powerful, I can kill Vishnu. This is a small boy, what power he has got. But lately he understood that there is some power beyond my power which can, save anything in the world if he wants. Vishnu want to save someone. So we should understand that our only hope in the hopeless world is shelter of spiritual master and Vishnu, Krishna. Then only it is easy for us to understand. So to study in the spiritual life, we have to have awareness. So when we sit quiet and we aware what is happening outside, what is I am interested in, that awareness should come at least in a day, 5 minutes, keeping still and thinking what is I am aware of, whether Krishna consciousness or not. So that time, acceptance of our faults, anarthas, we should be come up. Anarthas are there in our most of us. Maybe some people may be got rid of anarthas. So we should understand that time acceptance. We should accept. Somebody tells our faults, we should accept, because that's anartha. Krishna is arranging us. Spiritual master is coming in our way to tell us these are the things making us not to go back to Godhead. So that is accepted. Then we should always acknowledge others' achievements. We should not be envious. We should always, whatever they have achieved in their life, we should acknowledge and tell them, oh, we have done a wonderful job. And appreciation is always to be, every moment we should appreciate others. Then our spiritual progress is very fast. Otherwise, we are lacking something in our life. So there is always telling, no, Malina Mochanam Pumsam Jalastanam Dine Dine Sakrit Gitamritastanam Samsaram Mala Nashanam. Three ways of understanding Krishna consciousness, goal of life. After studying Srimad Bhagavatam, hearing about the devotees of the Lord, because Supreme Lord reside in their heart and they can give us Krishna. Because Amito Kangal Rai Pache Pache, because they have God. We have Kangal, we don't have Krishna with us. So we have to run after them. Then only we can receive Krishna. Then we have to renew our commitments in the life. Whatever commitment we promised to our family, whatever commitment we told to spiritual master, whatever we are thinking, committing something which can, regain and in the spiritual path, elevate ourselves, then only we can advance fast. So we have to delete something, our anarthas. We have to write down every day. I am doing this anartha. I want to get rid of. How to get rid of? There is a solution for all the anarthas. Then only we can get rid of all anartha and we are a fit candidate going back to Godhead. So whenever we have got oral reception from Srila Prabhupada or Supreme Personality of Godhead, we have to clarify by analyzing it. Whenever we have got a doubt, we have to analyze. When we are thinking we are doing wrong, we have to analyze why I am doing it. Without doing that, whether we can advance, should be a very clear understanding of the books and clear understanding. When we read Perfect Question and Perfect Answer by Srila Prabhupada, it tells us so many, right things which we were not knowing before. Because Acharyas and Srila Prabhupada, like Krishna, may start a small way. Because Prabhupada didn't have much resources. He had a source, but he doesn't have the resources. Source was Krishna, because he has got a firm believer in Srimad Bhagavatam and Krishna. But he started small, front in the New York, such a small place, and he was almost dreaming to have temples all over the world. So that small way, small step of ours, every day, one step more, that brings out a vast, big, it expands every day. Because knowing, if you see Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, all, they were, taking 2-3 sloka per day. Again, they will next day, they do the same sloka plus 3 more slokas. And they always follow and keep a diary. They are always writing something. So we should know that this grace personality came up with hard working. It's not small things what they were doing. Every time they get something meaningful, they write there. It may come from a child, it may come from acharyas, it may come from the, anyone, but they write and they go on at home and they analyze it. What is this? What is the new things I'm finding? So every day we have got something new to hear, and something every speaker or every listener has to have something new in this. So whenever they have got, we have to understand it. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name, Kali Kukuru Kadama Jadi Chao E Kaliyuga Pavana Kalibaya Nashana Sri Sachinandana Gao Re Gadadhara Madana Nityara Pranadana Advaitara Prapujita Gora Nimai Vishwambara Srinivasa Ishvara Bhakta Samuha Chitta Chora Nadiya Shashadara Mayapura Ishvara Nama Pravartana Sura Rahijana Shikshaka Nyasikula Nayaka Madhavarada Bhavapura Sarvabhauma Sodana Gajapati Tarana Ramananda Poshana Veera Rupananda Vardhana Sanatana Palana Haridasa Modana Dheera Brajarasa Bhavana Dushtamata Satana Kapati Vigatana Kama Shuddha Bhakta Palana Suksha Jnana Tadana Chala Bhakti Dushana Rama. So here Lord Chaitanya's movements is giving us so many, things with the 8 Shishtastakam. So he is emphasizing we should know who is our Dana. Dana Mora Nityananda Pranamora. I forgot. So here we should know what is our main, money. When we say money, it is only Nityananda. Nityananda is our main Aishwarya, potency, or anything you call it. Opulences, it has to come Nityananda. When we pray to Nityananda to give us real, money, that is Krishna's mercy or grace from him to worship this divine couple. Then only it is possible us to get from Nityananda. He will give us, if you see the Vaishnavas who has taken shelter, Lochandas or anyone, if you see them, Raghunath Das Goswami, they attain the perfection in the life because they have taken full shelter of Nityananda. Bala has to come from Balaram or Nityananda. So then only we have got enough strength to overcome evil nature of this world. These demons they created, there are still, demons are there all over the world. They created a havoc in the population and their subject without knowing what they are doing. They are going to hell and they take some people with them also going to hell because they mislead. That's one of the president of America always tells. There are guided missile, but people are misguided. So misguiding people by the leaders. That is why our strong faith in the Lord, strong faith in spiritual master, and firm faith in scriptures enable us to get the right path to us and show the path to others also. Then only this whole world become Krishna Maya or Krishna conscious people. That is our main goal, to bring everyone under the shelter of Prabhupada. That's the reason, if you see, we have got hurdles, we have got overcome hurdles. Some desires fulfilled, some desires never fulfilled. Winning God's prasad and losing God's invitation. So we are fighting for something which is not necessary because Krishna is giving us. Krishna is always giving us his association through deities, through his, and he is inviting us, come back. You are already lost. You are lost in the presence movement. So you come back. So when we see how Ajamili, Kaliya, Bragahari were elevated because of their past, karma, everything. Krishna makes them elevate to the spiritual world. So think of the past and make future better. What we have done in the past, how we wasted 8.4 millions of lifetime. So think of that, how much we punacharvita charvina, same thing we are doing again and again in this material world. So think that what we have done, what we lost in the past. So this diamond of this life, we should not lose. That is why we have to associate more, we have to serve more. Then only Krishna and spiritual masters are pleased. So when they are pleased, there is no shortage for us to get anything in this life. So most of the stories, most of the, Prahlad is most, Yudhishthira is telling Prahlad is most fortunate. Though he is himself is most fortunate than Prahlad. But still, that's the reason we always give more opportunity to others. We should not take ourselves most of the opportunity. If there are people are there, we have to hand over to them. They may be doing better than us if possible. So whenever uncertainty in this life is there, uncertainty may take you to back to your original whatever karma is there. But uncertainty also gives a gateway to success also, because when uncertainty is there, we take shelter. We take shelter of spiritual master, we take shelter of Krishna and acharyas. That gives us a open invitation to understand what is the real goal of our life, why uncertainty is there. Then by sourcing the source, that is Lord, that intelligence will come to overcome our uncertainty in life, because we are sometimes confused like Arjuna. Somebody has to be there to solve the problem of ours. So when we go to the senior people, then it is easily possible. Once Kurma Prabhu is a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, he was put in, in the jail for preaching and distributing books in Australia. So he made that jail prison into a preaching center. He preached many of them. He had so much, and he wrote everything, whatever he did. Now he's bringing up a big book on that small work he has done in the jails. So opportunities given to all, we should understand that. But when you do a journaling on that opportunity, what you achieved, then it is possible for us to understand, yes, this is works for me. This will definitely work for me. So instead of becoming proud, like, there is one Jajali was there. He was so much proud about his achievement because he was doing so much austerity. He can sit in one place, days together. One of the time with his matted hair, with so much grown, he was not, cutting it. And he was sitting one place near the river. And this Kalinga bird made a nest in his, head, that is hair. And they laid eggs in the time being. And he was so proud. See, I am giving shelter to Kalinga bird. And they hatched eggs. Then birds came out after some time. They went out. But he's thinking, see, I am making them and I am the shelter for them, not understanding who is the real shelter. And there is a voice came in the, his voice came and tell, you go to Tuladar, one who's a fruit vendor and vegetable vendor. He will tell you what is the real nature of human beings, what we have to serve. So he went there. He was in Prayag, so he walked up to that. Then he met him, and he was an ordinary food vendor. He saw surprise. I'm such a practicing, some austerity, some meditation, so much without eating food, drinking water. I can stay altogether. He was so proud. How can he? Then he said, your problem is you are proud, which Krishna will not tolerate it. That's why you are not getting the real knowledge. He explained him what is dharma is, what is our goal in the life, how to overcome all this prideness. We are also sometimes very proud of our knowledge and everything. So, kayena manasa vacha. So, whenever we do everything of a full capacity to serve the Lord, then everything, knowledge, everything is coming up. Because the 6 Goswamis, if you see, they are asked to do 4 things in their life. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how wonderfully they did. First things they told to recover the holy places where Krishna has much pastime. Every feet he has got a pastime. So they excavated most of the pastime of Krishna so that we can experience going to the Dham, how Krishna had a pastime with gopis and gopas and other people, how we killed the asuras, how we made, truce. So second thing, they asked to build temples. So they built many temples in Vrindavan. Then they asked to write books. If you see Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, but all these people wrote some books, which is wonderful. We can understand these books and we can advance by and establishing the relationship with the Vaishnavas. They made such a good group of Vaishnavas. So they are so much, cooperate to each other. What Srila Prabhupada is telling us, please cooperate with each other and come up beautifully, ISKCON. So ISKCON is growing. ISKCON has so many varieties of, service. Whether initially it started with only small temples, then book distribution started, then farm started, then ashram started, sannyasi quarters, then brahmachari ashram, book distribution started, printing press started, temple started. So everything is growing every day. So many things still has to be fulfilled because we have to please our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada. Then our lethargy, because there are 3 types of people in this world. One is lazy, and one is crazy, and one is, almost comfort zone, is in the comfort zone. So we have to come out of this, all the 3. Then we have to be active and we have to be practical. We have, whatever we learn, we have to put it into practice. Then only our advancement is easy, because we are pleasing our spiritual master and other acharyas. When it is done, the powerhouse will give us all the powers to advance in our life. So if you see in Srimad Bhagvatam, that is 5 canto, chapter number 18 and chapter number 5, I think. One minute. Yeah, canto 5, chapter 1, text number 17. Vayam pramatasya vanasте apishayad yata se aste sahasats saptanam jitendrasyatma rathir buddhasya grahashramma kim tu karoti avidyam. Even if he goes to the forest, if we renounce everything and go to the forest, one who is not self-controlled must always fear material bondage, because he is living with 6 co-wives. We know that 6 anarthas. The mind, the knowledge of acquiring senses. Even a household life, however, cannot harm a self-satisfied, learned man who is conquered his senses. We need not to become a 6 Goswamis and other things, because they are all renounced people. We cannot do that. Here, Narottam Das songs, Gare Tako, Vane Tako, A Gauranga Bale Tako. Once we know, when we will speak the golden avatar, then at home also we can practice all the things, and we can be a liberated person in when we serve Rishikesh with our Rishikena. So senses cannot be controlled in forest or anything. They could do that because there was a different time and place and circumstances. So here yasya hare dasya karmane manusagira nikilastva api avistato jivan mukta hi savuchyate. Regardless of one of circumstances, if one fully engages his activities, mind and words in the devotional service of the Lord, he should be understood to be a liberated person. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was a responsible officer and a householder. At his service to the cause of expanding the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is unique. Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur says, Durdait Indriya Kala Sarpa Patali Prokrate Damasi Yate. The sense organs are certainly our greatest enemies, and they are therefore compared to the venomous serpents. However, if a venomous serpent is bereft of his poison fangs, it is no longer fearful similarly. So when we remove anarthas, like is given example by Prabhupada Saraswati, to remove the serpent's, fangs, which is producing venomous poison. That once that is removed, it is become harmless. So once we remove our anarthas, we are the right candidates to go back to Godhead, because how Srila Prabhupada molded us by giving us benediction, he removed our confusion and elevated ourselves and elevated others also. So when our opportunity is there, plenty of opportunity in our life, why we should deviate for something else? All things are there in our spiritual books and spiritual knowledge, association, deity service, everything is given to us. So that is why we are much, fortunate, very, very fortunate to have this connection to the Lord, divine couple, through our spiritual master and acharyas. So we should be very, very grateful to what we achieved, because no one has got, we have got so much opulence, money, house, everything we have got by the benediction of our spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada. So use this one life to give to Krishna. We have done so many, and there is so many life for most of us or some of us. So why to waste this life for enjoying our senses? So here, giving example of Prahlad Maharaj, Narad Muni, Yudhishthir, they never, have attached to the senses. They always wish to have their subject in Krishna consciousness. That is should be our mood, to bring everyone under one umbrella of Krishna consciousness. Then it's easy to understand, make others understand, and we with Kayana Manasa Vacha, we can get to Godhead easily. I'll stop here. Any correction, anything is there, please let us.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam. Thank you so much for this nectar class, and the bhajans you sang were so nice, Prabhuji. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so much for appreciating, Mataji.
So if anybody has any question, please go
You
ahead.
see Radha Govind Maharaj, when he was 6 years old, he was walking to the school and with his friends. There was Bhagavad Sapta was going on. He listened to that and he sat there. And by evening it went on. By evening his friends came from the school and took him. It happened 7 days. And the father came to know, father chastised him. So, but he never deviated. He never deviated. And he is becoming one of the greatest, Prabhupada's disciple. We know that. How people can attract in such a small age. He's hardly, 6 years old, and he's so much attached. So his pura karma must be there, and attraction to Srimad Bhagavatam is there. And how we can, everything, every word he is to understand Srimad Bhagavatam. So it is Opportunities always come to our way. Only thing is we have to cash it. We have to cash opportunity. Then only our knowledge will increase and we will become purified every day.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
All good.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Guru Maharaj.
It was joined a little late. It was so nice to go to your station when we here.
Nice to have your association, Prabhu.
As good as any mundane. But yeah, you're right. You're saying about I mean, bhakti, devotional service is so much engaging. All things we can engage, whereas the Mayavadis, they're at loss how to engage their things because they know that everything is Maya and they do not get happiness. But the Bhakti Yoga is such that it gives us happiness in every way because everything is engaged in Krishna's service. And
when we show them we are more happy than them, exemplary nature, then they will ask why you are happy. Then we say we are, practicing Krishna consciousness. That's why we are happy. When we give the example, exemplary nature, and when we see, some people associate with us, Vaishnavas, they also become happy. That's like a magnet and, iron. It always attracts. So their inquiry will be there. Why you are happy? I am so much agitated. I am so much having distress. Everyone will tell. In this world, everyone is distressed. So we are the only people, Krishna conscious people are more happy than anyone in the world. Because we taste the mellow of Krishna consciousness. We are doing practice also. We are enjoying with the mellow also. Then we are the perfect people to live in this world and live also in this world. Then they will follow us. That's the only way how these acharyas were doing so much austerity, so much, giving us so much so that we can participate in that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yeah, Krishna consciousness is all about activity. Even Arjuna is doing war, battle with the Krishna consciousness, and then Mahaprabhu led that to Chandkaji, that delegation. What is that? Michil, the procession to Chandkaji for in Krishna consciousness. So everything is Krishna. Even this in Bangladesh, the only Vaishnavas are leading the movement, the rebellion against this. The Islamic government. No Mayavadis thing. Everything is Krishna consciousness.
Yes. That is why if you see gopis, their life and modesty has no value. For them, that modesty and value has got no value because they are serving Krishna and they are leaving their house at the night and to make Krishna happy. And they were announcing, they are not only that, they are revealing, they have got, with the Krishna, they have got openly admit their relation with Krishna. That is the greatness of that. So Gaura Kirtana, if you see in Shiva's Angan and Gambira, that is all private. Nobody was allowed to come there. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Rathayatra and other places, when he went to South India, it is become public. So everyone is enjoying. So some of the things are personal of Krishna. Only that can be revealed by our acharyas. We can enter into the pastime of the Lord in many places. Other people are not qualified to enter there. That is why reciprocation. Once Krishna was asked by his mother, Devaki, why you left us for 14 years? Actually, it is 12 years. 12 years. Krishna immediately said, you and my father, send me as Dashrath and Kaikai and others. Send me for 14 years. I am only reciprocating it. But I reduced 14 to 12 years. 2 years, he made less. That's the reason reciprocation. So how much we approach the Lord, He reciprocate accordingly. Yeah. Pratam prapadante. That sloka is there now.
Yeah. Okay. I have one small question. So here, Sri is saying not to advise Brahma, but Brahma to not to give benedictions to such demons. So, what is the way out? And we have seen Lord Shiva also in frustration gives some benedictions to the foolish people.
See,
So,
Lord's potency is it's uncompromised, unlimited. So, but He is telling indirectly why you want to give such benediction. People will suffer because of that. So don't give. Indirectly, He's chastising them. But Lord knows whatever benediction they give, He can nullify it because He has got solution for us. So Krishna always says, however nonsensical we are, still He loves us. Still loving Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyasha. His love will not be come down, whatever we do. But we should understand that love is, it should not be one way. We should also start loving Him. We should also start loving His creation, His devotees, everything. Then the AM Prapadante reciprocation is perfect. So otherwise He comes, He vanquish all these asuras. Some people are going for back to Godhead. Some people are got Vaikunta. Some people are merging with his Brahma Jyoti. So according to them, He does it. But the chastisement always is there. Even if we do sometimes, our spiritual master chastise. Who can chastise? One who loves. Mother can chastise her children. Why? She loves so much. She gives so much love. Then she chastises for the benefit of children. Like that, Krishna is chastising. Narasimha is chastising Brahma, the benefit of Brahma only. How much headache Brahma had after giving benediction, Ravana, how Shiva had so much headache, Shiva, Brahma, all have headache. That is why indirectly is telling why to have a headache giving such benediction. Bhasmasura, if you see, he wants to kill Shiva only and get Parvati. So whose headache? It is not Vishnu's headache. Vishnu came again to help Shiva, Lord Shiva, Brahma. So Vishnu has to come every time, whether the mistake. That's why mild warning has to be there. Why you want to have a headache giving such benediction to such demons?
yeah. Yes, yes. Thank you for your wonderful class.
Thank you.
So, bless us with your occasion, with your presence more and more in the future.
Mataji, Shyama Rasika Didi Mataji. Whether nobody has got any question, we can stop here.
Yes, Prabhuji. So, anybody has any question or comment? Okay. So let's pay obeisances to all the Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarvesha kripa sindhu vevacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo namo namaha. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। नमाचार्य शरदास ठाकुर की जय। श्री प्रपात की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। हिल ग्रेस मुरारी वल्लभ प्रभु जी की जय। Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Prabhu, you did till 33 verse, right?
Yeah,
Today?
yeah, 4 verses because there was no purport.
Tomorrow it will be 34, right?
Correct.
Yes. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.